All right, guys, the mic is hot. Mic is hot. We are live with another one, guys. Live with another one, guys. Welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. And like I always say, guys, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. Make sure the mic is on. Everything's good. All right, guys. Topic of discussion is what's next? What is next for these specific fighters? Okay. What is next? But look, before we get into the specifics, let's talk about some of these fighters, guys. Let's talk about some of these fighters that look, last night's cards. What's up, Dean? Welcome to your channel. Welcome back to your channel, Dean. Welcome back to your chat. Topic of discussion today is what's next for these fighters specifically. But I do want to get into some of the fighters last night that just totally delivered, man. Totally delivered. I want to start with Tabitha Ricci. Okay, first and foremost, I want to start off with Tabitha Ricci. Okay, let me read some of these comments right here. Should I forgive my girl after she talked with another dude saying baby to her and replying to real related to physical? Look, I don't mean to laugh, but really that's up to you, man. To each their own, man. That's really up to you. Uh, I can't really tell what another man. I really shouldn't be telling what another man should do. Okay. You should be doing what your mind tells you to do. And if your mind tells you that it was wrong and, that was unacceptable, man, it's time to move on. It's time to move on and it's time to be strong. Okay. um, obviously, she might be one of those girls that just can't, that just can't settle down. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, there's a lot of those girls out here that just they can't settle down. They want to be in a relationship. They want that good guy. Don't get me wrong, but they just can't find themselves settling down because they're attracted to a lot of people. And they can't stop that attraction. Unfortunately. Okay. Um what would you have done, man? To me, you're like a big bro, so give me advice, man. What would you have done? All right, well, all right. What would I have done if I found, somebody talking to another? If I would have never. I mean, in my opinion, I've been single for so long, and I have my reasons why I'm single. You know what I mean? I'd rather be single, to be honest with you. Being in a relationship is a lot of work, man. It really is, and you have to understand that if you're in a relationship, especially if you're in a relationship for a very very long time, you have to understand there's gonna be ups and downs. There's gonna be ups and downs. That's how life works, man. There's gonna be ups and downs. There's gonna be ups and downs. There's gonna be mistakes put in there. If you care enough about this female, um, then maybe you should look past, her mistakes. You know what I mean? But if you feel like, what, I really do care about this female, but I can't take that type of disrespect. I do have my boundaries. And if you live and abide by those boundaries, then you got some decisions to do. Because if it was me, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't get mad. I wouldn't even approach her. To be honest with you, I would just cancel her out. You know what I mean? In a way where it's like no communication. You know what I mean? To a point where she's basically like, "What happened?" And years pass by and she still doesn't even really know what happened. You know what I mean? Because I found out, and if you disrespect me in that manner, I gotta go. Gotta go. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, let's talk specifically about last night's events. Last night, terrific UFC card headlined by Robert Whitaker and Werner de Ritter. Guys, I want to talk specifically about some fighters. All right, let's talk about Tabitha Ricci. Tabitha Ricci, look, I did not pick Tabitha Ricci to win this fight. I picked Aranda Ribas to go in there and use that experience and impose her will against Tabitha Ricci. That's what I thought would happen. But Amanda Ribas, she didn't go in there and use that experience. Okay? She really didn't. I thought she was going to go in there and impose her will, use that experience. She has a higher level, she fought higher level of competition. So that's the reason why I thought Tabitha, was going to basically get beaten by Amanda Ribas. But that's not what happened. Tabitha went in there, imposed her will, okay? And not only imposed her will, but she grabbed Amanda Ribas, put her against the fence, held her against the fence, and landed some nasty elbows to the point where Amanda Ribas had to fall down to her knees and basically look like Bo Nickel, okay? And Tabitha Ricci gets the KO with nasty elbows, guys. Congratulations to Tabitha Ricci. Congratulations to her. What a phenomenal performance by Tabitha Ricci. I did not think that she was going to go in there and beat Amanda Ribas. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to her team. Okay, not only can she fight, but let me tell you something. Tabitha Ricci, she's fine as hell too. Okay, she's fine as hell too. And if I saw her outside in the calles, I'll definitely ask for her number. You know what I mean? That's for damn sure. Okay, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. And like I always say, guys, this is your channel. I am just the pilot. Okay, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. Let me read some of these comments. What would have Vegeta done? I think Vegeta would have killed them all. I think Vegeta would have killed them all, unfortunately, and there would have been nothing left. All right, guys. Another fighter that look, guys. Another fighter that I have to bring up. I did pick this fighter to win against Muhammad Yahya. However, I didn't think Stephen Wynn was gonna go in there and basically break records against Muhammad Yahya. Okay, Stephen Wynn. Okay, I thought Stephen Wynn would go in there. Look, if you go look at my past video of my UFC fight prediction for this specific fight, Stephen Wynn versus Muhammad Yahya, I said specifically, I like Stephen Wynn's style. His style is reckless. He goes in there and he tries to take people's head off. He don't go in there and just try to get, out point you and out, strategize you. No, he's going in there and he's trying to take your head off. And that's the reason why I ended up picking Stephen Wynn to take on and beat Muhammad Yahya. But look, guys, Stephen Wynn went in there impressively, okay, and knocked down Muhammad Yahya not once, not twice, not 3 times, damn near not even 4 times. Look, Muhammad Yahya was falling around like a drunk girl, okay, at a first day out at the age of 21, okay? Muhammad Yahya fell down like approximately 6 to 7 times that I counted, okay? Stephen Wynn was throwing caution to the wind, honestly. No point intended, okay? Stephen Wynn was trying to take out Muhammad Yahya. And look, let me tell you something. Stephen Wynn definitely took out Muhammad Yahya. Ended up getting stopped by doctor stoppage because let me tell you something. Muhammad Yahya eyeball looked like it was gonna pop out of his head. Okay, so Stephen Wynn, congratulations to you. What a nasty KO! Phenomenal KO. Guys, fraud check of the card. I have to bring this up. Fraud check of the card. I'm sorry. I gave a lot of credit to your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy here, okay, because he comes with a lot of experience in Marcus Buchecha. Okay, I did pick Marcus Buchecha to win this fight. Unfortunately, Martin Buday, the dead body of Martin Dubé, ends up beating Marcus Buchecha, guys. I ended up picking Marcus Buchecha because he comes from such a great background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I thought he would go in there and utilize that skill. But unfortunately, Marcus Buchecha, he's no mixed martial arts fighter. If he's losing against dead bodies like Martin Dubé, no disrespect. But if he's losing against dead bodies like Martin Dubé, I'm sorry, Marcus Buchecha, go back to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world, okay, and hold some competitions over there because the mixed martial arts world is not for you. Point blank fucking period. Okay? Fraud check of the card is Marcus Buchecha, guys. I have to bring that up because let me tell you something. That was awful. That was awful. Let me read some of these comments. Remake 56 says, hi. How you doing, Remake 56? Hopefully you having a good one. Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. All right, guys. As it stands right now, okay, I'm 160 wins and 113 losses when it comes to my UFC fight predictions. If you're looking at percentages, that's about 58% when I'm calling it right. That's not bad. I definitely want to push it into the 60 range. 58, I'll take it. But I'm 160 wins and 113 losses when it comes to my UFC fight predictions for 2025. And guys, let's talk about Robert Whittaker. Let's talk about Reinier de Ridder. Let's talk about that fight specifically. Well, today is my birthday. Remake 56, happy birthday. Welcome to your channel and welcome to your chat. Make sure you celebrate your day and you relish your moment, okay? All right, guys. Look, I ended up picking Robert Whittaker to take this fight. And look, let me tell you something. Robert Whittaker almost had the fight won. There was a moment in there where Robert Whittaker landed a right hand and dropped Reinier de Ridder. And Reinier de Ridder was in big, big trouble. Unfortunately, Robert Whittaker didn't have enough energy, enough will to finish the fight. But he tried. He really tried. He tried to finish the fight on the ground, landing some ground and pounds, nasty punches. But Reinier de Ridder, let me tell you something. He's a tough son of a bitch. He stood in the fire. He stood in the fire with one of the best in Robert Whittaker, the Reaper of the middleweight division. Okay? And he took that onslaught, survived, got back up to his feet, found some success with some lunging knees. Those lunging knees are causing a lot of problems to a lot of his opponents. First, it started with Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel crumbled. You saw what happened to him, got humbled by Reinier de Ridder. Reinier de Ridder comes in there with a similar strategy, outsize Robert Whittaker, threw some lunging knees. Okay? And going into the 5th round, guys, a lot of people had it 2-2. You know, it was definitely a close fight. Definitely a razor close fight when it comes to Robert Whittaker and Reinier de Ridder. That 5th round, it was terrific. Reinier de Ridder had a great strategy. He imposed his will, grabbed Robert Whittaker, put him against the fence, went for takedowns relentlessly, took him down, had some moments on the ground. Excuse me, found success in the clinch game. And Reinier de Ridder beat Robert Whittaker. Congratulations to Reinier de Ridder. Congratulations to Robert Whittaker as well. I mean, he showed out. He gave us a great performance. But what's next? Who's next for Reinier de Ridder? You know, he beat Bo Nickel. And he beat Robert Whittaker. I mean, Robert Whittaker was top 5. He was top 5 in the middleweight division as it stands right now. I believe Reinier de Ridder was ranked 13th, if I'm not mistaken. Christopher Cruz says, do you think Robert Whittaker should retire? I think Robert Whittaker has, you know, in my opinion, I still think Robert Whittaker still has about two good fights in him. You know what I mean? I don't think he necessarily needs to be a main event. You know what I mean? I don't think he needs to be in those main events where he fights 5 rounders. I think he could have won this fight if it was a 3 rounder. You know what I mean? So I think Robert Whitaker needs to stay in some 3 round fights for the next 2 fights and find success that way, and and reevaluate what's next after that, how he looks after those performances. Because a 5 rounder at this age, I just both guys were exhausted, man. Both guys were exhausted. Remake 56 says, bruh. Christopher says, I think so. He may have a few fight left, but not top 5 fights. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. Not top 5 fights, but he still has some good performances that he can give, especially if it's a 3 rounder. You know what I mean? Definitely. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. All right, guys. What's next for Reina de Ritter, guys? Like I said, he beat top 5, fighter. He beat a top 5 fighter in Robert Whitaker. What's next for Reina de Ritter? Can it be Strickland? It might be Sean Strickland. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, RDR did call out Sean Strickland, so maybe that would be a fight the UFC would want to put on. You know what I mean? Or would Israel Adesanya entertain a fight with Reina de Ritter? That would be a phenomenal, entertaining fight. Unfortunately, that's going to be the type of fight that Israel Adesanya doesn't like, where he's going to be, he's going to have to worry about that takedown. You know what I mean? Because Reina de Ritter, he's a big guy. Like you saw against Robert Whitaker, he imposes his will, and he's not afraid of the fire. He's willing to take some punches and give some punches, and he's definitely going to impose that wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But I have no idea if that fight actually could happen, the Adesanya versus Reina de Ritter fight, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, guys, through the grapevine, Sean Strickland and Israel Adesanya 2 is in the works. What do you think of Sean being suspended? Christopher, that's a good question. If you're going out there punching people, you know what I mean? If you're going out there punching people, acting crazy, I think you have every right to be suspended. You know what I mean? You shouldn't. You're a mixed martial arts fighter. That you shouldn't be out here just because you get mad and have a pity party. You shouldn't be out here putting your hands on people. You know what I mean? You're a trained athlete. You know what I mean? We've seen enough sparring where you're whipping people's asses at the gym. We don't need to see you, assault people outside of the gym either. Okay. So when it comes to the suspension, well deserved. He needs to stop being an idiot, because the guy looked like an idiot going into the freaking octagon trying to assault this guy. I mean, he looked like a complete dickhead. All right. Remake 56 says, what the? I agree. I think mentally he is weak, but talks about being a man, but gets his feelings hurt easily. Christopher Cruz, yes. You saw what happened when Dricus du Plessis brought up his father. You know, uh, Sean Strickland started crying, man. He started crying and begging Dricus du Plessis to stop talking about his dad and his past. So you guys saw he's willing to dish it out, but he's not willing to take it. He's that type of personality, unfortunately. But guys, I don't know what's really next for Reina de Ritter. I really do not know. It has to, in my opinion, it has to be a top 5 fighter. Okay, it has to be one of the top 3. I think one of the top 3, in my opinion. It's either going to be Sean Strickland or Israel Adesanya. It has to be, or I don't know if Imavov, the UFC will entertain that one, but it has to be one of those fights, because Reina de Ritter is prepared for that. I think he's already, catapulted himself, into, contendership. So in my opinion, he has to have one more good fight, and if he wins that fight, I think he's fighting for gold, guys. Reina de Ritter might be fighting for gold in the UFC, guys. This is crazy. Somebody remake says, okay, life was says, hello, how you doing, life with? How are you doing? I think it will be Izzy fighting Renee next. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Israel Adesanya wants to entertain a fight like that right now. I think the fight that he wants to entertain is someone like Sean Strickland, a stand-up fight where he knows for a fact, he can possibly win that fight. And not only can he possibly win that fight, but he could, take back that L that he took against Sean Strickland. I don't think Israel Adesanya wants to go against an up and comer like Reina de Ritter right now in his career. I think Israel Adesanya wants matches like Sean Strickland where he can take back that L and keep it entertaining stand up fight, because we already know Reina de Ritter is gonna be relentless and try to take down Israel Adesanya. I don't think Israel Adesanya wants to train and fight an opponent like that. Life Whiff says, "How are you doing?" I'm doing good, Life Whiff. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. And like I always say, guys, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. Let me see. Who will win? Perfect Cell or OBM? Damn, that's a good one, man. Shit. I think Perfect Cell will win. I think Perfect Cell will win. Fucking badass. Let me tell you something. All right. All right. Let's talk about, guys. Let's talk about Peter Yan. Let's talk about Peter Yan. Congratulations. Let's give a round of applause. All right, and congratulations to Peter Yan, guys. Peter Yan goes in there. He fights. He fought well, man. I mean, look, Marcus McGee fought a hell of a fight. Okay, it was a step up in competition. The reason why I had Peter Yan winning was because I thought Marcus McGee would be surprised at the step up in competition in Peter Yan. All right, there's levels to this fighting game, and I thought Peter Yan would definitely show Marcus McGee that there's levels. And I thought that's what happened. I thought slowly but surely you saw Marcus McGee slow down by the second and third round. Peter Yan had that data downloaded and started landing more swift and crisp combinations. But I tell you what, Marcus McGee at 35 years old, he is older, but at 35 years old, look, he could put on a good one. He could put on a couple wins. He's right back in contendership. And let me tell you something, Marcus McGee is a tough son of a bitch. I really do think so. But what's next for Peter Yan, guys? Peter Yan beats Marcus McGee, a tough up and comer. Peter Yan, continuously gets the dub. His last loss was against the champ. So what's next for Peter Yan? Let me read some of these comments. I think One Punch Man would win. And Peter Yan, I believe he is champion caliber of a fighter. Christopher Cruz, I believe so. I believe so as well. I think Peter Yan is definitely, championship material. He was a former champion. All right, his last loss was against a former champion. So, look, Peter Yan, it's either he waits. All right, it's either Peter Yan waits to see who wins against Merab and Corey Sandhagen. I mean, Peter Yan already has a win on Corey Sandhagen, so he could wait to see who wins that fight, or okay, Peter Yan can entertain a rematch against Sean Strickland. Against Sean O'Malley, guys. That could be a possible fight the UFC and Sean O'Malley actually want to entertain, because you got to remember, guys, Peter Yan won that last fight against Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley, that was a robbery, in my opinion. And I think Peter Yan will entertain a rematch against Sean O'Malley. He would want to put hands on Sean O'Malley. But I don't know if Peter Yan wants to actually entertain that. To be honest with you. Because he's at a stage right now where he can wait. Like I said, he can wait. He already has a win over Corey Sandhagen. His last loss was against the champ. So Peter Yan is in good position after this Marcus McGee win to really wait and see who wins and play and just watch it play out. But look, I would not be mad to see Peter Yan versus Sean O'Malley, rematch once again in any arena. To be honest with you, I would not be mad at that. I think the UFC and Sean O'Malley should actually, entertain it, because I think a Peter Yan versus Sean O'Malley fight sells out in an arena and it's very entertaining for both fighters. I mean, why not? Bucket. Let me see. Yeah, I agree. Sean O'Malley rematch with Peter Yan. Christopher Cruz, you see, we're on the same page. We are on the same page. But honestly, guys, that's what I believe. I mean, I think Peter Yan, I think Peter Yan versus Sean O'Malley is the fight to make. If Peter Yan is not going to sit back and wait, I think the fight to make is Peter Yan versus Sean O'Malley. I mean, look, Umar Nurmagomedov, I believe he's. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't know if this is factual, guys. I'm just spitting this out there because I saw it in the grapevine. Umar Nurmagomedov is actually, I believe they're trying to work and book Mario Batista to fight Umar Nurmagomedov. I think that's the next fight for Umar Nurmagomedov and Mario Batista, but we shall see if that's actually true. Because if it isn't true, then we might just see Peter Yan fight somebody else. Maybe Peter Yan can fight Umar Nurmagomedov, but like I said, Umar Nurmagomedov is actually they're working on Umar to fight Mario Batista. So I don't think Peter Yan would be fighting either one of those guys. I think Peter Yan has a better chance to fight Sean O'Malley, actually, guys. Okay. But really, guys, that's about it, man. That's about it for the topic of discussion of what's next, specifically for these fighters, especially when we're talking about Reina de Ritter. What a great win against Robert Whitaker. A hell of a fight, guys. A hell of a card. I thought this card really delivered. I said before the card started, this was a solid 7. Okay. But looking back, I'm gonna have to give this a solid 7.5, guys. Almost an 8. Okay, because this was a terrific card. Everybody came out here to entertain. Everybody came out here to try to win. So congratulations to all the men. Congratulations to all the fighters. And look, win or lose, it was a great night. Okay, it was a great night when it comes to this UFC fight card. And one more time, guys, as it stands for my UFC fight predictions, I'm 160 wins and 113 losses. That is 160 wins and 113 losses. That is 58% when calling it right. So I'm going to keep doing my UFC fight predictions for 2025. Keep trying to get these dubs. I'm trying to put that 58% into the 60% range. So slowly but surely, we will do that, guys. And once again, guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for building this community, all right, and continuously supporting this channel. Because like I always say, guys, I am just the pilot, man. This is your channel. This is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. But yeah, guys, I wanted to keep this one short and sweet. Wanted to get on this live and talk specifics, okay, about really what's next for each individual fighter when we're talking about Peter Yan and Reina de Ritter, the two, co and main event of the evening for this fabulous card that we just watched on Saturday. And I first started out thanking all the fighters like Stephen Wynn. Thank you for such a phenomenal performance. Goes in there and gets the nasty KO as expected, but I didn't expect Muhammad Yahya to fall and get knocked down as many times as he did. But congratulations to Stephen Wynn, man. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to Tabitha Ritchie. Tabitha Ritchie was able to go in there and beat up the more experienced Amanda Ribas, hold her against, the fence and land some nasty elbows and made her pay. Okay, and gets the TKO win over Amanda Ribas. So congratulations to Tabitha Ritchie once again. And look, guys, fraud check of the evening, fraud check of this card will have to be Marcus Buchecha. I did pick Marcus Buchecha to win against Martin Dubé, or Boudet, sorry, Martin Dubé, the dead body of Martin Dubé. No disrespect, like I said, but Marcus Buchecha, he did not use that Brazilian Jiu Jitsu skill, that Brazilian Jiu Jitsu master that everybody was talking about. You know, that experience that everybody was talking about. He was going to bring into the mixed martial arts community. Marcus Buchecha, he needs to check out. Okay, mixed martial arts is not for him. Go back to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu tournaments. I'm gonna read some of these comments before I'm out of here. Don't you get very less people watch even after doing this for so long? Not really, man. Not really at all. You know, this isn't about. I mean, if you're doing it for views and if you're doing it for money, then you're not doing it for all the right reasons, in my opinion. You know, I'm doing this because I specifically thought I could fill a void in this mixed martial arts community, especially the way I do it, the knowledge that I bring to the table. I thought I bring some good tools and some good knowledge to this community. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I enjoy this. And I've always enjoyed mixed martial arts. You know what I mean? Since day one, since I've been watching it since 2003, 2002. I've just enjoyed it, you know, and watching it for so long gave me the opportunity to really learn how to dissect mixed martial arts from a analytical standpoint as well. So there's some good understanding, some things that I understand that a lot of people don't understand, and that they can't really dissect and break down these fights properly like I can. So for me, I'm doing it because I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm a yapper. You know what I mean? And this is my opportunity to get on here and communicate with people all over the world, regardless of how many people are watching or not. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this for the views. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I make money, you know, other ways. I have two other sources of income. I'm not making money from YouTube at all. But slowly but surely, YouTube is letting me know that the algorithm is liking this channel. You know what I mean? So I do have to thank everybody in this community for propelling us, you know, at least to this point. I mean, guys, my our goal, okay, our goal for this year, for 2025, was to reach 500 subscribers. That's it, guys. That was a realistic goal that I put out there for 2025. And guys, halfway through the year, we surpassed 500 subscribers. So I know for a fact we're building momentum. Okay. And YouTube already let me know that the data, you know, that soon, you know, there will be some revenue with this channel. But I'm not what is it? I'm not waiting on pins and needles for that. Okay. But anyways, guys, I appreciate the question. That was a really, really good question, because there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of people out here doing it for all the wrong reasons, excuse me, and I'm just not one of them. All right, I'm just not one of them. But anyways, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. I'm out of here. You already know what it is. Like and subscribe. Peace. Until next time, y'all.